welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We're good now.
We should be good now.
Fish boy. We're good now. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. But yeah, I was saying, long night. Well worth it, though. You walk it off. Also, become the first team modern era, to come back in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and then win it in the 11th. So, it was just quite the night. So me and Matt had a great time, and it was just good to get the win, because obviously offense wasn't aplenty to start, but they end up rallying there late, get some big hits, some home runs, and we'll get all into that, as well as the Arthur Abbott, a little bit of a fiasco, honestly, that we got to get to. But let's start with the comments first, and then we'll get to that.
Yeah, why not?
Good
dude?
to have everybody with us in numbers today.
Yes, we have numbers, dude, and the numbers started off with Brian Barnaby, dude. He says, "Now, this is the title we've been talking about." He says,
I would say 10 out of 10, Tony.
Oh, thank you very much.
10.
And then let's see, we have Michael Buchter, 3 days until August 3rd, dude. Absolutely. He says also the amount of time that I've known you guys, I have had many obsessions. The main obsessions is Ernie and Luca, he says. And then John Pollock, devastated that Seattle got Suarez. What do you think?
Yeah, there are certain moves that, and we'll get to, the trades that happened yesterday that are, big needle movers.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, yes, Seattle, Seattle's definitely a really good team, much improved. You think about getting Naylor last week as well. But I still think sometimes as fans, we tend to, overreact at the deadline, almost like we would in free agency. But of course, certain teams have, more needs than others.
But if you were John, if you were, a Tigers fan.
But how is it any different than me being a Yankee fan? Because they're not in the same division.
No, they're not. They're not.
And it's like we needed a third baseman, but we got Ryan McMahon. That was fine. I guess what I'm saying, Tony, is really, he's in a better position because they have been killing it. I know, okay, the recent lull, but their record, their positioning in the American League, despite these trades, they still are on track to be the number 1 seed in the American League. Obviously, a lot can change, but I think the Tigers are still in a good spot. Especially with Skubal at the top of that rotation.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Josh B, speaking of no doubt, says, "Yo, fam, what is good?"
Josh B.
And then Michael Buck trying to toss some shit, I guess. Swept Mets, doesn't really matter right now, dude. Get out of town. And then here we go. Ernie. Ernie says, yeah. He says, F Cashman. Good morning, Barnes. So morning to Tony. F the Mets, he says. Yankees win. McMahon is God. Kevdu can eat it, he says.
Love it.
Derby says, hey.
What up?
And then
let's go Yankees, Derby. How are the Mets?
Where the hell is Kevdu? And then Derby here says, Bieber to the Blue Jays. I like the return, he says. I guess for Bieber.
Yeah, I didn't see what it was.
I didn't see the specifics either.
They got a pitcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, but he's like a highly touted pitcher.
Yeah, he's a top 100 guy, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. And then Josh B says 9 out of 10 should have led with the walk-off, laughing, the title, haha. And then Derpy says Tigers got Paul Sewald, which I guess is cool.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, it was funny what Ernie was saying, where's Kev doing in the comments. And if he was here, I feel like he would say something like, oh, well, the losses don't count because, we made some really good trades or something like that. But always have a good time with the back and forth, with Kev Do. But, yeah, there's a lot of baseball to get into, and just I will do a quick, but, we're not going to spend too much time on it today, just given what's going on with the trade deadline at 6 Eastern. But we do have the Wyndham in progress. You got Phillips leading at 6 under, Max McGreevy, that's Chandler Phillips, and someone I'm not familiar with. Max McGreevy in second, 5 under. They're both through 12. Victor Perez Campos, 4 under, tied for third with Lee Hodges, as well as Matt Wallace, Christian Bezino, and Alex Noren, who I had picked as my sleeper for this tournament. Max Homa, nice start, 3 under, as well. Let's see, anybody else real notable? Last week's winner, Kitayama, 2 under par. He's tied for 17th. So seems like a lot of low numbers on the board right now. Bahatia 1 under through 10. Adam Scott 1 under through 10. Adam Scott on the bubble, looking to get into the FedEx Cup playoffs. So that'll be an interesting storyline to watch. And we'll do, maybe an update or two through the end of the show, but just wanted to get that out there. But what I wanted to say, and like I said, I have never, and for me, Matt was tight. For me, I would say all the years, and this goes back, I think it started when my sister, started going to Fordham University, and we would go to Arthur Ave. That was kind of my first exposure to it. And most of the time it was either Mario's or Amelia's. Never had a bad meal. And still, all these years later, going to the Yankee game, never really had a bad meal. And yesterday, I liked what I got, but it was just more just like the circumstances that got there. So basically, we had it last time. I'm trying to think. We went to Amelia's, I want to say, with JD. But Matt was like, oh, I just was at Enzo's. Let's go to Mario's. Mario's ends up being closed. Okay, let's go to Dominic's. Dominic's closed. So Mario's on vacation for like 2 weeks, which, it seemed like a long vacation, I guess.
Right.
Maybe I've never hit it there at the same time. But Dominic's normally closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's out the door. So then we're like, all right. We wanted to go to Ann and Tony's. I've been there once, but the last time we tried to go there, I don't know if it's a plumbing issue or just like a cleanliness issue, but it just does not smell good in there, like a musty smell. So we walked out of there. We wanted to try this place, I think San Gennaro. Menu looked great, no air conditioning. Okay, so we'll go to Enzo's. Go to Enzo's. Somebody in front of us wearing a tank top had to buy a shirt to eat there. No tank tops allowed. I had a tank top on, and I'm just like, just for principle, like, sure, I could get an Enzo shirt, but it's like, that's just ridiculous. So I was like, all right, let's just go to this place, Frankie's. We've been there before. It's pretty good. And then, so like that all happened. Then we get to Frankie's. One thing that he was a little tight about, I was fine with, but it's like, I think the traditional way would have been fine. But for the bread, tiny garlic knots, no like regular bread, olive oil, consistencies like barely above water. Okay, so obviously,
Wait,
he was
what
sad
do you
about
mean?
That. Like just very light. Like you could just tell
Really?
it looked watered down, basically.
What the
Not
fuck is
much
that,
flavor.
dude? What's the name of this place? Frederick's? Frankie's.
Frankie's on Arthur Ave. So I had been there before. It was fine. I don't remember this stuff. Then, all right, we'll order some appetizers. Oh, we're out of calamari. So you
Stop
can imagine,
it, dude.
Matt,
Oh,
dude,
my
should we
God.
just go? I'm just like, we've been in like 5 places. Like, I just want to eat, like, whatever. It'll be fine. So we end up getting a salad, splitting a pizza, and getting the meatballs for appetizers. Which I liked. I guess he was thinking maybe like the salad and meatballs, maybe a little cheech on the portion, whatever.
But at that point too, it's like, I don't know. I feel like at that point you're just so distraught and disgruntled about your experience that, like, I don't know. I would probably think that no matter what the food, like, it's just not gonna have a good time. Like, it's just,
yeah. You know what it was like. I understood every reservation that he had about this whole thing. It just wasn't. It was getting to him more than it was getting to me. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
I thought it tasted good. I was good with it. The pizza had like prosciutto on it. kind of a margarita pizza with prosciutto. It was pretty good.
Garlic knots sound good.
Yeah, the garlic knots
for
were good.
bread,
So
that sounds
everything's
awesome.
good. I had some Cabernet. And then entrees, he wanted his linguine and clams. I guess they didn't have the Damar on the menu. Then he was looking out. Oh, what are they not going to have the linguine and clams? Then we definitely got to go. But they had the linguine and clams. But he was tight because I guess typically I don't really get linguine and clams that much. But I guess you can make it both ways. But a lot of times, he was saying it's with like an oil and garlic sauce. But this was more of like a straight wine sauce with some cheese. And he doesn't really like cheese too much. So he was tight about that.
Why didn't he ask? Like what?
I don't know.
My god!
But that's just how it happened. So he's like, dude, fuck this place. We're not going back. I got the I always say this wrong, but whatever. But the Yankee. How do you say
Gnocchi.
it? Yoki. That's how you say it?
Yoki.
Okay.
Yoki
With like this pesto parmesan and grilled shrimp.
Dude.
Fire.
Wow.
Loved it.
Shrimp.
No
dude,
problem.
yes.
You want to say the prices, whatever. But overall,
What
so
was
I
wrong
thought it
with
was
the
a good meal.
prices?
No, I don't know. I guess that is a lot of food, but it was like in the glasses of wine are $15, and I had like 3 of them, so it's like okay,
That's
that's
$45.
$45. So and the bill before tip was like $200, but then to top it off, cash only.
Oh,
but I know
shit.
you, the cash, the bartender relationship, all that stuff.
I
so-
mean, yeah, I would have cash on
but
me.
I hate cash only. I think that's nonsense.
Do you
But
have to
anyway,
leave ATM?
no, I had it with me.
Oh, okay.
So-
So what the hell?
No, it was fine, but I'm saying it's just a point. I wanted to get my credit card miles.
Did you tell him that?
So it's funny, yeah, he was excited about that. But then we went to the bakery after, which was really good. I forget the name of it. But I got the chocolate covered cannoli. It was fire. And then so that was really it. And then obviously at the game, great seats by the foul pole. Really was not that far. I would say maybe 15 feet away from the Volpe home run, which we'll get to. But that was awesome. But just a great time at the game. Obviously hot, but then there was a 5-minute rain shower. Everybody left their seats for 5 minutes, then came back. That really cooled everything off. So from that point moving forward, it was great. And definitely shout out Corey. I always appreciate it with the seats. But it was a great view to see everything in a great game. Obviously tight the whole way. Again, which we'll get to. But what was your overall? I mean, kind of a lot of like compiling things there with the Arthur Ave, which I was surprised about.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess surprising. Yeah, sure. But I mean, that is kind of like not even just for Arthur Ave. I mean, anywhere. I feel like that's kind of crazy, dude. Like no
Big
EC
set
in
of
one
circumstances,
place.
yeah.
2 different places are on vacation, dude, and then like the lack of the Galamad and yeah, dude, that kind of sucks. I feel bad for you guys having to deal with that. But I guess I mean, what can you do?
Right,
I mean,
right. And like I said, I was full.
Yeah.
The bakery was a great kind of like ending the whole eating part of the night.
Matt wasn't full.
No,
Not
he was. No,
satisfied.
too full. Too full.
full?
Like the too full, like
Oh,
going back,
classic.
with like the hunched over 2 sandwiches
Yep,
before
yep.
the game type of thing. But then obviously stomach settled, great game. So at the end of the day, it was a great time. We hadn't won together at a game, I think, since the 23 season, because we went winless last year and had
Wow.
lost 2 games this year. So it'd been a long losing streak. And obviously, I don't believe in all that stuff. But it was
No, you
just
do.
nice to go get a win instead of like usual, like being tight after.
Play ball.
Just what a game it was. Which we're gonna get to. Did we get anything else, or just kind of some nonsense about Samantha?
I mean, if you think
Material?
Donna Lee is nonsense, she says good morning all. It
No,
says.
not Donna
No,
Lee.
yeah, I mean, you were saying
Great
nonsense.
to have
dude.
Donna here.
Yeah, morning Donna, and then she says hi Mikey or Mickey. That's Mickey. I feel.
Who's Mickey?
I don't know. Who's Mickey?
I guess she'll tell us.
Mickey Mantle?
Yeah.
Maybe. Then we have Anthony Material here from Twitter, also known as X, says, "Let's go Mets. Big moves. A lot of pressure now." He says, "No doubt about that." And then my mother says, "Hi fellas, lost my fan status." Yeah, I don't know. I still haven't figured out the fan status. Don't know. Seems to
It's
be-
just whatever comments.
I
Yeah,
guess
it's constantly changing. It's like the stock market.
But I mean, then like, shouldn't Michael Buckta be like, "Holy shit, #1 gold"? Like, I don't know, dude. But he's
Yeah.
not. So, which is fine that he's not. I mean, that's cool. But yeah, I don't know. I have to do some more research. I guess I haven't really. dove in.
And then also, Donna's saying Josh is Mickey's taking his family to Disney, which he did tell me about. So I'm sure he's gonna have a great time.
Oh, I didn't know that, dude. When's that happening?
I think it's this weekend.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Otherwise, he would have been in play for the stadium yesterday. But the preparation for the trip, the kids.
Oh yeah, true. The preparation, a lot
Yeah.
of prep work. And you don't want to go to a Yankee game anyway, Josh.
No, Josh loves going to the Yankee game.
Nah,
Every time I ask him, he's always like,
I feel like
he wants to make it work. He always says, ask him as many times as possible.
After
So
the whole
he
Arthur
will-
Ave thing,
will
he probably
concur.
would have walked home.
He doesn't.
honestly. He
I've
probably
never
would've
went to
walked home.
Arthur Ave with him, but he doesn't need to go to Arthur
No,
Ave.
but
Like,
he
he'd
would be
go
like,
to
this is
Arthur
terrible.
Ave, but
This
he
is
doesn't
terrible.
need
This is not
to.
good. This is not good, he says.
He never said that.
He said that. He leaves on Saturday, by the way. Josh, are you staying inside the park? I would guess not. I got to imagine because, like, I went there with like a girl I dated like years ago. Like bringing the kids there. I mean, like talk about spending an arm and a leg, dude. Right? Like, there's no way. Like, oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know. Depending on where Josh is staying, in the summer, they will do like free dining plans, depending on where you stay. If
Really?
you stay on property. So if he's doing that, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. He says staying on the resort, full experience. He says,
Wow.
for the girls. Yeah, I forgot how much of a girl dad Josh B is. He's a real sucker, dude. But that's dope, dude. I'm happy. You're staying like on Galaxy's Edge, like you're staying in the Star Wars area. 'Cause that's where I would be staying.
You can't stay like in the park.
Galaxy's Edge has a hotel in it.
No, they closed that one.
Are you serious?
They closed the Starship Cruiser because that was like 3 days you were locked in there.
That sucks.
It's because it was the new stuff. It wasn't like
Yeah.
just Star Wars as a whole. It was the new movies.
Mm-hmm.
And once you did it once, you never needed to go again.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I would have. It doesn't matter. In any case, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys might as well be talking Spanish right now. I mean, what are you even talking about? Disney? Like, I mean, obviously
I know you can't
Josh
do
and Ernie,
Disney.
the
Yes,
family.
yes,
No, it makes
dude.
sense. They have kids. I'm not a kid though, so why would I want to go to Disney?
It's still a great time for an adult. Like,
Yeah, but is it though? Like, I just feel like it's
yeah,
like
I've been there.
no,
As
but
an
it's not.
adult.
You know what I would say, Tony, too, because you're always outraged about like prices and stuff. Like, it's like if you want to get hammered and go to the park, like you don't need to go to Disney. You're gonna spend an extra 500%. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but like,
I mean, I would just think right away they get into the gate like outraged. You like not fair, like outraged. No.
yeah, I mean, listen, I listen. You're not wrong. Like, it is kind of crazy, the extortion, the money, whatever.
Extortion, the money. No, it's not that crazy.
But I don't know, dude. I also come from like exactly like Josh B's probably feeling the same way, where it's like it's about having the full experience.
But I think he would never
But
go
this
there
is
if it
it,
wasn't for
dude.
his kids. That's what
I think you're wrong about that. I think he would go there with his wife.
Well, I
just
guess
his
we'll
wife and
answer.
her.
I think
Just-
Ernie
yeah,
would go as well because he
Yeah.
likes all this like non-sports
And honestly,
stuff.
like I feel like if me, Josh, and Ernie went as a trio, like that would be fun as hell. Like we should all do that.
You know
dude.
what it is? Is like, okay, so what is it roughly? Maybe $200 to get in for like a single pass or something for one park.
I'm trying to think, dude. I think it was like I don't know, man. I'm trying to
And
remember how much I paid.
I'm
when
pretty
went.
sure I heard that recently.
You don't know.
And it's like no, because my cousins were going there. But anyway, he says he would go out with the girls. He's just I don't know. You text them on the side, but whatever.
Yo.
But my whole thing is like you're gonna spend $200 to get in, plus you gotta do drinks, this that. It's like I'd rather just get like good seats at a game. Like why do I need to go to Disney? I don't need to go on a ride. I'm not 10 years old. Like I don't.
Well,
don't
I mean, those are
understand
two
it.
totally different things. You really can't compare them.
How are they two different things?
How is going to a baseball game and going to Disney two different
No, I'm
things?
saying I don't like rides though. That's the thing. Like,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't,
yeah, all right.
and it's more just like honestly like nauseous. Like I can't do like the what's it called? Like upside down roller coasters and like I don't want to be
Well, then it's not for you
perched
then,
up at the
dude.
top and like my life is hanging in the balance.
Well,
like I don't
Disney
enjoy
has
that.
done the park for you because they don't have those
yeah.
types of
They
roller
do, though.
coasters.
They have
not,
something.
not really.
I mean,
Like Space Mountain
I've been on Space
goes
Mountain.
fast.
it's
And I was
Batman
on the
Dude,
rock and
which-
roller coaster. I don't know if they still have that, but that went upside down as well.
Did it go upside down? That one? I don't
Yeah,
think
that one
so. That
does.
one
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
It's that one and Tron, Light Cycle Run. Those are
Yeah.
the two. But I don't know if Rock and Roller Coaster is closed because they were supposed to like change the theme.
Yeah, I thought they changed the whole name and everything already. I think they changed it. I don't know, dude.
Is
All
there any
right.
calling?
No, my mother's calling actually.
Oh, talking
Oh,
about
let's
me.
go.
And
She's
Disney.
probably gonna yell at you, dude. It's
Yeah.
over now. All right, hold on, stand by. Okay, Mom, you're live on the Sportsport. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mary. How's it
Good
going?
morning.
Hi, Mom. Are you home right now?
Going well. I'm just getting ready to go out, and I'm listening to you guys about Disney and Brian.
Yeah.
You would love it.
Wow.
I've been there. It's been a while. I think the last time was high
Yeah,
school.
but- Have you been to Epcot?
I have been to Epcot, but you know what it is? I was kind of just explaining. I know, like all around the world, all the different countries, the drinks, but it's like I could just
Yeah,
go to
but
a
I'm
bar and I don't need to
shocked
spend
because-
$200 to get in.
Yeah, but you eat yourself around every country. You don't even have. Every country
I
has
mean-
Every
food
country,
from
Brian.
that
Every country has food, and I know this isn't always on the table, Mary, but 10 times out of 10, I would rather have whatever you're having for dinner than whatever's at these parks, okay?
Oh.
No, well, I am not one to go to Disney every year. I'm not. It's a ripoff, but it's very, very wonderful, enchanting, beautiful.
Mm.
It's just a fantasy. That's what that is.
Brian's whole life is a fantasy.
Well, you know what it is too, Mary? I don't like a lot of movies and shows too, so that's themed or whatever. Or I never did all this Disney stuff when I was younger, so it's just never been a part of my life. So that's why it's like, to me, like you're gonna I don't know, beat me over the head to get into this place, and I don't even care about what's there. So it just seems pointless.
No, not at all. But it's just you can't. It's unbelievable. Like even Universal, you go there, you go on the Jaws ride, and everything looks so real. It's amazing what these people do.
Yeah.
How they make everything look so real.
Ma, you're not going to convince him. It's
No,
over.
you know what it is, Mary, and I think this is fair. I think it's great for people who like that thing, but if you just don't like that stuff and just don't care, then it's just not a fit. You know what I mean? But if you're into that stuff, it's
Okay,
perfect.
I guess, but you're a peculiar doc, so I get that.
Yeah, well, it's just, you know what it is? At the end of the day, whatever I'm doing, it's like I want it to be the best of what, and I want it to be something I really like, and I don't want anything in between. Like, it's either great or it sucks. That's how I look at everything. Fair.
Well,
Yeah.
you should but you should still, if you went with the boys to Epcot and walked your way around with the drinks and the food.
They got
and
golf courses.
the fireworks at night, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it is. It
Especially
is.
during the
I
Food
mean,
and
I'm
Wine
not into,
Festival.
Food and Wine Festival.
I'm not into, they have a food and wine festival there. And I'm not into like all those kiddie parades. and
Or
all.
like, you're not into
Kids
like
are small,
dinner
yeah.
with Tinkerbell or anything?
Oh, my mom loves Tinkerbell, actually.
Oh, well,
You actually can't get dinner with
to be
Tinkerbell.
honest, when we went there, my kids were small, but we had dinner with Cinderella
Mm.
and the prince in the castle. And honestly, that was a great experience because we sat in the castle and we were by the window and the fireworks were going off. It was just fabulous. But my kids were small. I'm not so sure, I haven't gone back there since.
Yeah, I feel like
So-
you're going on a cruise any day instead. Right.
They're
now.
going on one this weekend.
But I'm just saying,
Next
like,
weekend.
even if you had the option, you both were free, I think you're going on the cruise every time.
Yeah, I even went on a Disney cruise.
Oh,
Well,
Disney
there you
cruise
go.
now.
Best
so
of
there
both
you go,
worlds.
dude.
My cousin just went on that. Sounded like it was a really good time.
Yeah, I guess that's all right.
There you go. Fair
it was
medium.
good, but no, it was good, but you wouldn't like it. There's too many kids.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Forget that.
But yeah. So I mean,
I didn't even have kids when we went. We took my little niece
Yeah, I didn't go.
at the time. She's like 40 something years old now.
So what do you think? Are the Mets ever going to win again, or you think they keep losing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I knew this had to go back to baseball.
Well, it is the
Brian?
sport.
Yes, but does it really matter what I say? Because you're only
Oh.
going to argue with me.
Oh, that's true.
Listen, I mean, I think again, it's fair, just like with the Disney stuff we talked about, is the Mets just need to prove themselves. It's been a while since they have, and when that day happens, if it does, I mean, it's a different conversation. But until then, they got to fight for it.
I'm sure my
That's
mother
fair.
is confident that they'll show up.
I get what you're saying, but what has it been, a week since they won? Don't get crazy.
Yeah, no, I know. You know what it is? Like, there's Kev Do, I'm sure from the comments. He's very, out
Yes.
there when the Mets are doing well. It just seems like, so I just kind of like to poke the bear back, if because I know he's watching right now. So.
Oh, I get it. Well, Kev do. The Mets are going to win. Don't worry.
There we go. You heard it here first.
I guess we'll see.
I have confidence in them.
Well, I appreciate that,
Although-
Mom.
I do. I still don't like Soto though, but I have confidence in them.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, Mom. But as always, I appreciate you calling in.
Love you, Aunt.
Love
Love
you
you
too.
guys.
All right. Love you,
Talk
Mary.
later.
Thank you.
Bye.
And Brian,
Uh-oh.
you gotta relax, dude.
All right. Thanks again, Mom. There we go.
No, you know what it is, honestly, because I definitely want to just get back to sports, but I think in general, because like with Ernie and the Disney and the having fun and that type of stuff and the movies, I think I think what it is
These
there are
movies.
certain things that a lot of people like that I don't, and I guess they just can't imagine someone not liking it. But it's just like me with baseball. I know there's people that don't like it. I know there's people that don't like the Yankees, but that's just how it is. It's the same thing. It's just like we all have our habits. I mean, it's not any different than any other interests, that you don't like or like.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think so. I mean, you're not wrong,
Yeah.
obviously. But still, I think people are willing to go to baseball games.
Yeah, not everybody, though.
I would think most people are.
Again, I mean, I think, I guess it depends. Situational. But,
Well, if they have the fiasco on Arthur Ave that you had, maybe not, dude. Like, jeez.
speaking of baseball, let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So like I said, a great win at the stadium yesterday. What a night. I would definitely say, I've definitely been to some walk-off game before, some comeback games before, but I would say it's definitely up there with one of the best games I've ever been to. That's for sure. And it was really tightly contested the entire time. The theme of the lack of offense, for the majority of this game was in full effect. And we didn't have any. We had obviously Will Warren versus Zach Littell, who in a 3-team deal would actually get dealt to the Reds after the game. And he actually pitched pretty well, so I don't know if that helped push that deal along or not. But we'll fast forward here. Third inning, first scoring of the game, and Will Warren, pitched great here. It was a shame that he was not, credited with a win. You look at his final line here: 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 102 pitches. So I thought, that was one of his best performances of the year. And I know typically you look at a Warren stat line, he has a lot more strikeouts, but we know the Rays are, have a lot of contact hitters. So I think that played a part in it. But third inning, you look at it, and after getting Theis to line out, Taylor Walls hits a ground rule double. So, you have a runner on, 1 out. Simpson moves him over with a ground out. And then Brandon Lau, fresh off the IL, doubling to right, scoring Taylor Walls. So Tampa takes a 1-0 lead. From that point moving forward, believe it or not, we would not have any scoring until the 8th inning, which is kind of crazy. Yankees did try to rally in the third. A McMahon leadoff double, couldn't get him home. You also had, the Rays, getting 2 on in the fourth, on an infield single and a walk. Weren't able to get anything across there. Josh had a 1-out single in the fourth, and McMahon had walked, and Josh stole third, but Volpe unable to bring him in. And then, Warren, though, really was solid, didn't get into really any other trouble other than that. So, it was a battle of the bullpens starting in the bottom of the 6th inning. I mentioned Warren going 6th or the 7th for the Yankees, but Garrett Clevenger came in for Tampa, retired the Yankees in order. Brent Hedrick, who had some success earlier this season, has looked really good. He had struck out 5 in an inning and 2/3 last appearance. This one, he strikes out the side in the 7th, and also, gets one out in the 8th after a leadoff single by Simpson. He gets Lau to pop out. De Los Santos comes in and actually gets a strike him out, throw him out, double play. It was a pitch out, and they get Simpson stealing. Volpe makes an error. Throwing error, 15th of the season. So obviously, leading Major League Baseball. So that was a tough spot. Of course, they were fortunate that Jonathan Aranda struck out. And we finally get some scoring again here in the 8th inning. Brian Baker, who came over from Baltimore in the game, gives up a home run to Trent Grisham, a shot to right field, second deck, 382 feet to the stadium, going nuts, of course. So that ties the game at 1. Ben Rice singles, Cody Bellinger singles, and Oswald Peraza had come in to pinch run for Rice, so he advances to third. Stanton with a loop single to center. So the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. Dominguez ended that inning with a grounding into a double play. So all it was, Devin Williams in, second day in a row, 1, 2, 3 inning, we're out of here. But of course, it was not that easy as he walks the leadoff batter, which always comes back to bite, in Junior Caminario. And then Josh Lowe hits a 2-0 changeup deep to right, 391 feet. So that gives the Rays the lead, 3-2. Kind of everybody just standing there in shock that they had given up the lead. Fortunately, there was magic in store after Ryan McMahon struck out against Pete Fairbanks. Anthony Volpe with a game-tying home run to left, 366 feet. I would say it's about 15 feet in front of me. And I showed you, too, obviously very blurry, but it was kind of cool. You could see me and Matt in the crowd for that home run. So that was awesome. And then kind of the typical Yankee stuff here. Austin Wells with a one-out single. Trent Grisham tries a push bump, which was a little confusing. I get you want to get the runner in scoring position. Maybe he thought he could beat it out. He definitely did. But, he's been a clutch player, and, it just felt like, he could try to get a hit there. But Wells forgets how many outs there are, starts walking off the field and gets tagged out when Paul Goldschmidt should have came up with 2 outs and a runner on second. So you're like, been a couple things here. Is this going to come back to bite? But fortunately, it doesn't. Top 10, Luke Weaver in. And strikes out DeLuca, but walks loud. Diaz singles, so you got bases loaded, 1 out. Jonathan Aranda up, and it was the best defensive play of Jason Dominguez's career, leaping against the wall. It might have cleared the bases if he didn't come up with it. It ends up being a sac fly to give the Rays a 4-3 lead. Unfortunately, Weaver gets Caballero, who came in as a pinch runner, to fly out. So that was the end of the top of the 10th. Bottom 10th, Yankees needing a run to extend this game. After Paul Goldschmidt struck out, and he had come in after Peraza pinch ran for Rice. Cody Bellinger with a triple to score Trent Grisham. So you got, Bellinger on third, 1 out. You need a fly ball from Stanton. He swings at 5 balls and ends up striking out. And then Jazz jumps on the first pitch and grounds out the second. So a little frustration there. But you go to the 11th, and Tim Hill all season has got huge outs for us. I think he leads the league in appearances, over 50 appearances already this year. Gets Josh Lowe to line out to third. Great play by McMahon. Almost doubles up the runner at second, but he was safe, and that was, Caballero. Magnum, grounds out to second, so you got Caballero on third. And then, really, it's funny because it's, not really a dramatic play at all, but you got a ground ball hit to Volpe. Obviously, if he boots it, the run's going to score. There's 2 outs, but he makes a perfect throw. A lot of people on X saying, maybe, that home run giving him some more confidence, but it was just a confident throw, a dart to first, not a, kind of one that's sinking into the dirt. So Kelly in for Tampa, bottom of the 11th. And then you got Jazz starting on second. They walk Dominguez to set up the double play. Ryan McMahon up, but then Kelly balks to set up second and third. Nobody out. So obviously this makes the situation too easy. Second and third, you need an out to score a run. McMahon hits a long fly ball. The Rays don't even try to field it. Jazz scores. Yankees win 5-4. Massive win. So they win the third game of this series. So up 2-1, looking to take this series this afternoon with Marcus Stroman on the hill. But just definitely a momentum-shifting win. And it's nice to see. Listen, there's a lot of problems with this team. But one thing we've seen, since right before the All-Star break and after the All-Star break is they have started to come back to win games. That's something that they hadn't done before. I think they were like an 0 for 30 spot at one point, or 0 for 31 when they were down by 3 runs, and they've done that multiple times. So, listen, wasn't a perfect game by them, and I thought that Will Warren pitched great. Obviously, Tim Hill got some big outs. Luke Weaver a little spotty, but obviously Devin Williams, ERA over 5 now. And while he did have a good stretch for a while, it does just seem like the 9th inning, he gives up runs, but when he pitches in the 8th inning, he doesn't. So it'll be interesting to see if they, switch that up there, get him back in the 8th. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it was great just to get a win, and it was crazy too historically that this hasn't happened since 1901 to come back in the 8th, 9th, 10th, and then walk it off in the 11th. Pretty crazy game at the end of the day. So it was just great to be there.
What was the atmosphere like at the stadium?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Packed house. I think they said 45,000. Sure, you had those moments, Williams giving up the home run, and then, the Rays scoring there in the 10th in extra innings. But everyone was going nuts for the Dominguez play. Couldn't believe the Volpe home run. And it's crazy, too. I think I saw some stat where it's like his last 9 games, he has like 5 home runs and 6 errors or something, like something ridiculous like that.
Jeez.
Yeah, they showed it on the broadcast.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's tough, but I think, the hope at this point, because we know we're not getting a shortstop, is that just, he gains more confidence, turns it around. We've seen him be a lot better fielder before, so it's just like, we know we're stuck with him, so we got to support him. You got to hope for the best, and that's why, like Cone, I saw on X was saying on the broadcast that the Yankees should give him, a standing ovation, support him like Trey Turner, which at the end of the day, agree. really, booing your own player, that's never going to really lead to anything good. So, it was just a great game to go to. Pumped that they walked it off. Always great to be there for a walk-off. And you hope that this propels them forward and that they can take the series today. And it was huge because Boston and Toronto won. So everything kind of stayed the same in the standings. And I loved what I saw to Will Warren as well, because this is a spot where you could say, I don't know, maybe, he's going to get, knocked around, but obviously he doesn't. So that was huge. I think the biggest thing now, we had seen them, trade for Austin Slater, yesterday, and a lot of teams made moves, which we'll get into. But what are they going to do today? Everybody's expecting, multiple relievers and a starter, a lot of guys off the board, but we'll have to see what happens. So, 105 today. So kind of a getaway game here against the Rays. Stroman wasn't good last time out. You hope he's better. And Ryan Peapot has been solid for Tampa, 6-8, 3.42. Almost seems like a guy that they would consider trading maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But before we get to the the Mets yesterday, obviously a lot of trades, including the Mets. So I'm sure, Tony, I haven't even talked to you about it. But I would think you're elated on the bullpen acquisitions for the Mets yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Obviously, it does, I suppose, come a little sour with the way the Mets lost yesterday. But Helsley, how could you really ask for a better acquisition than that, to be honest, dude? So you have to see that. And not to mention, we were talking about, Dan and I were talking about before the show. I don't know. I feel like people maybe were upset, like what you gave up to get him and Rodgers, but I don't know. Like to get Rodgers, like Buteau, I've been kind of bashing him for a while. I don't really care much about him.
What's the other guy?
Blade Tidwell?
Tidwell.
Tidwell, I don't know. What do you have? Maybe 2 starts this year with the Mets? Yeah. Honestly, I did like him. I could kind of see him maybe forming into a starting pitcher. That's when I was maybe sad to see him go, but that guy wasn't necessarily established, and he was brought up early. Like he wasn't Like I think some of his starts, down in the minors weren't great.
Yeah.
He just was starting in the MLB not because he was great, because he was good, just because of the injuries. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like he was a guaranteed lock to be a starter. And then, like I said, with Buteau and him, I mean that's nothing. I feel like for someone who's established like Tyler Rogers, I mean, he's had like the past 3 years with the Giants have been really solid for him.
Yeah, one of the best relievers in the league. The
yeah.
sidearm motion as well.
Yeah,
Seems like
dude.
It's a tough task.
I know he's a bit old, and I know like same thing with Helsley's
but
too.
if they're 1 year, if they're this the rest of the year, it doesn't matter if they're 50.
Doesn't matter, dude.
I mean, it matters about this year.
If you're a Met, I don't even want to say if you're a Met fan. If you're anybody who's saying that, like, oh my god, these are rentals, you're giving up too much. Like you're not. Like I think that's a really dumb argument, and not to mention like you're in a win now mode.
Right.
I mean, like, the guy who commented from Twitter earlier on, he said it. I mean, the pressure is on for the Mets. Like the pressure is on. Like not to mention, I don't know. Like I feel like that they really showed up yesterday, so far, for the deadline, and you really didn't give up much. Same thing with Helsley. I mean, Drew Gilbert, like.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably the only guy anybody's ever heard of that wasn't in the majors in any of these deals.
Exactly,
Just
dude.
because, you got him for what, Verlander?
Yeah, exactly.
First round pick of the Astros a few years ago.
Yeah, so he's obviously someone who's highly touted.
Hasn't been really producing.
Hasn't been producing, and I was doing a little research, and apparently the Mets also have this guy, Carson Benj, who apparently is working his way through the minors, outfielder. Apparently he's going to be the next like Pete Crow is what they're saying. So it's like they have kind of a next man up in their minors if you're even looking to that. But regardless, I mean the trade is not bad, and especially with the Phillies acquiring what's his name? Who did the Phillies grab?
Yohan Duran.
Duran, yeah, from Minnesota, right? He's a hard throwing guy. He's a great closer actually too. So it's like you got to keep up with a trade like that. So I mean I think the Mets so far with those two trades. Obviously looking for more still, but I mean they really hit the ground running, And
Yeah.
obviously the acquisition of Soto last weekend. So let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I would have thought for Helsley, not so much Rogers, but for Helsley that you would have had to give up somebody maybe that hurts,
right?
like Mauricio or something.
Like we were talking about that yesterday. It's like I feel like they really didn't give up as much as we thought they had to.
I'm trying to think. Was it the 8th best prospect? Was the highest prospect that they had given up?
The Mets?
Or the lowest?
Yeah.
High, low, but
high,
right?
low,
the best
golf.
prospect
Yes, the best prospect, yes.
was 8th. Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. For win now players. I mean, these are players that are going to come in and
Right.
should be really good for you immediately.
Yeah, so I think it makes that bullpen, that bullpen great.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously that's huge. And then, obviously we had some other deals come down, whether it was last night or today. The big deals, of course, Suarez going into the Mariners. We talked about that one before. So that's obviously, huge for them. They've really put together, a good lineup there. And they already have a good pitching rotation. And then, what did you guys think of, what did you think of the Blue Jays getting Bieber? I guess, the Guardians trading their top 100 prospect pitcher. Bieber hasn't pitched yet this year, but I guess seems like he's working his way back. I mean, do you guys think that was a good move? Or?
I think if you're setting up for next year, it's a good move because he's on a 2-year deal, I think, with a 3rd-year option. But right now, it's like he's going to be making his 5th start of the year in a playoff game that you want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like they had reliever. I think they had, starting pitcher depth. So, I mean, I guess you might want that 4th guy, but with Scherzer, I feel like you trust him in a playoff game. So, I don't really understand the move for them. I don't think it helps. I don't think it makes them better in any way because it's a pitcher that is still working back from injury. Now has to go to a different minor league team with a team that doesn't know how his rehab has gone, that hasn't been working with him. So I think it's fine, but it doesn't do anything for me one way or the other.
What did they give up for him?
One pitcher, right?
Call
Drago.
Oh, and also I'm seeing on here
their number 5 prospect.
I mean, I would think, especially if he pitches well, he will opt out, but he has a player option for next year. I guess he was getting 14 this year. Was just trying to see. I think it's not on the overview. That's why I can't see it. Don't you hate when you click on baseball reference, it's not in the overview? Like,
So
why do we not
annoying. Why?
start on the overview?
Why would
would
we
any
not?
other format of the player show up?
Right? Doesn't make any sense.
Could you explain it, Tony? Or?
I can't explain it, dude. But I think I can say that I do kind of like the trade. I mean, I understand the
Alcantara risk.
trepidation because, it's like, oh, like what Shane Bieber are you getting, and going to a different organization, changing of the hands in terms of even something as like an athletic staff, I mean, it's just he's being dealt differently now, doing a rehab, which is always a question mark. But I will say, I think Toronto kind of has, some weight in the argument where they think that he can come in for the playoffs and pitch really well. I mean, I said it before. I mean, look what, the Dodgers did with Buehler going into last postseason, and even the Mets with Senga, for a couple times. You had Senga opening up a game in the playoffs, 3 innings, and they bring in Peterson, I mean, it's a guy who can pitch innings. This is a guy who won the Cy Young, too. I mean,
I'm just riled that I knew Buehler sucked, though. You're making me think about that. Because really, though, too, I think he was overhyped last year. He got the save against the Yankees, but he really was not. It wasn't like, oh, my God, like he's doing so well. This is different. He should pitch a lot better. I would think
no. He definitely should. He's a huge disappointment. I mean, he was someone that I wanted in the offseason,
Right.
And I don't know if it's Boston, if it's the organization or what, but I feel like, even watching him being ejected during the Mets game, I should say, this year, arguing balls and strikes. It just seemed like he wasn't in a great headspace, to be honest, this year. Maybe he never wanted to leave I don't even know what went on, but
I mean, most people don't want to leave the Dodgers.
I feel like for the first time in a while, he had a relatively healthy season, and he did not pitch very well at all, and it was a shame to see. Because I don't know, his stuff is good. I mean, what he did with the Dodgers is phenomenal. When he was healthy, he had lights out stuff. So that's what the Dodgers bet on last postseason. I think it worked out. Like I said, I mean, I don't think it's crazy for Toronto to think that Bieber could do something similar.
Yeah. No, I think he could be better, but he also could have, a setback.
No, he
this or
could.
That.
He could.
So it's just
It's a
the
gamble.
unknown. It's the unknown. And then I thought was huge, which you must have got tight about. I thought the prospects they gave up weren't terrible. The Phillies getting Durant, I think that was a massive get. He's under
Huge
control.
get,
Next
dude.
year too?
Yeah.
So I think that makes them lethal.
It really does, dude. It's a big problem.
Yeah. And then what we had, Brian Hayes going to the Cincinnati. I feel like they gave up a lot for him.
Yeah, the Rogers brother.
Prospects.
What's the brother's name?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor Rogers and a prospect.
Taylor Rogers and a prospect.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess good for them, right?
Are there any hockey players named Rogers? For a third Pittsburgh team to have a Rogers?
I don't think so, to be honest.
Nah.
Missed opportunity.
It is a
Yeah.
missed opportunity, dude.
No, the Reds got someone else too, a starter.
Yeah, the Reds got Littell
Oh, right.
Zach Littell.
Right.
right
So,
after
I
he
mean,
finished pitching.
Obviously
Yeah.
they're exciting with Ellie. I think Matt McClain has been a disappointment so far this year, but there is young talent. There is good pitching on that team. So I think they're trying to get a wild card spot here and also build for the future because Hayes is on contract. Obviously, he hasn't hit well this year. Is it Littell a free agent or no?
Yes, Littell will be a free agent at the end of the year.
So yeah, that'll be interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
And
Fascinating, really.
I'm trying to think, was there any other moves that were made that that we haven't talked about? Didn't Iglesias get dealt too? Raciel Iglesias?
No.
Did he? No, I don't think so.
Or maybe that's a rumor that he's going to get dealt.
It does seem to be a rumor.
Steven Matz to the Red Sox, but I think Matz sucks at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. A couple good years with the Mets.
Ramon
Shoulder injuries,
Urias
not
to the
good, dude.
Astros.
Urias to the Astros. Third baseman Ramon Urias to the Astros for Twine Palmer.
Yeah, the Cubs got Michael Soroka.
Oh, that's right. I did see that, dude. I mean, I guess good for Soroka for still being in the league. I honestly, I would pull for that guy. I hope he bounces back, and I hope he does well for the Cubs, to be honest. I don't know who Christian Franklin is, though, the guy that gave up the
Blue
outfielder.
Jays, one of the teams pursuing Mason Miller. Also, the Padres have been linked to him. Yankees lightly linked, but I think they don't want to give up the capital for him. Because I heard on the MLB Network radio, the Padres were exploring trading not only Cease, but Suarez, and then they would try to get Miller. Miller didn't come in a safe situation last night. Hasn't pitched since Saturday. Anybody who could get Mason Miller, that would be a massive move. And, I don't know if I would give up. And I think it's just not going to happen, but, I mean, it would be part of a package, but I would be willing to trade Spencer Jones and maybe Lagrange for Miller. I mean, I know he's got 3 or 4 more years of control after this. But it just seems like, we're not going to outbid the other teams for him, unfortunately, because he would be great.
Yeah, I think so, but they're not going to do it. I'm also Mason Miller's young, so I feel like there's always a little bit of, is he actually going to be able to throw as hard as he's been throwing by the end of this rookie deal? That's always something to keep in mind. But I think whatever team gets him, if they have a strong bullpen, they just made it that much stronger and that much better. But it seems like the Padres might want to use him as like a starter or like long relief. So that'll be interesting if they do that.
That I didn't know that was on the table.
Yeah, that was the rumors I saw, that the Padres were doing it because they were interested in maybe having him return to being a starter.
I want to continue this trade talk, but I did just see Yankees with the 1:00 game lineup posted. So Ben Rice leading off at catcher, Goldschmidt at first, Bellinger in center, Stanton batting cleanup at DH, Jazz at second, Dominguez in left. Austin Slater makes his Yankee debut in right field. So kind of interesting. Slater makes his debut. I guess he got a pinch hit, but not a starting spot was before Rosario. McMahon at third, and then Volpe batting ninth at short with Stroman on the mound. So that just came out. And then I was just going to do a quick check just to see anything else brewing. Like I said, I just saw that Miller. Let's see if there's anything else, but I don't see it at the moment. And I know everything can, change so quickly. I see Astros talking on Alcantara and Cease, still looking for another bat. And then didn't the Astros get a third baseman because Paredes is out for the year?
Ramon Urias.
Urias. Okay, but he's been like okay, right? This year, I don't think he's been anything like.
He's fine.
No,
Yeah. And then did somebody get Luis Robert?
No, not yet.
Okay, but that's a guy that's being talked about.
Yeah. For the Mets.
And the Phillies.
And
Phillies should have him.
So I mean, what Dan would you say right now? Like I said, things changing by the minute. I mean, what do you think we're gonna end up seeing for the Yankees in the pitching?
I'm starting to err on the side of
Chad Green.
yeah, I think I mean, like, I'm fine with a Chad Green reunion. So like, I think they'll probably try and get Chad Green off of waivers, or hope that he clears waivers completely and then get him there. Or it's gonna be David Bednar. Like, I'm so ready for it to be like the Mark Leiter. That's it.
Oh,
Just because it's kind of felt like we've stopped.
right.
Like, other teams got active yesterday. Cashman isn't super active on deadline day. Like, the bigger moves, usually, like the Jazz, came before the deadline. Before the deadline. So it's kind of like,
He likes to relax, that day.
yeah, and I mean, I've heard other people say this, that he loves talking about like having leverage. And so maybe he feels that like if he's trying to make the trade on deadline day, he's losing leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like any of the relievers that were acquired so far, and I know it's cross system, it's hard to say what exactly we've given up. I mean, is there any player that you feel like that we could have acquired that we didn't, like in terms of like relative, like same package, or do you think like the prices wouldn't line up and we wouldn't want to give up the guys that we would have had to?
I think Tyler Rogers, he's the only guy.
But I think the Mets, what was it, Tony? Was it 10 and 12 that they gave up for him? Or was it 8 and 10?
I think it was 8 and 10.
Okay, so
Yeah.
8 and 10. I mean, I think our 8 and 10, I don't have it in front of me, but it's probably nobody, right?
Yeah, I mean, I also feel it's also like different because I feel like the Mets 8 and 10 are due guys that have been disappointing and will require a 40-man spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or enter the Rule 5. So that's why I feel like they kind of got a steal there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, I would agree, to be honest. And like, I think people are also forgetting like how deep some of the like prospects are in the Mets organization. I mean, I mentioned that center fielder, like there's other pitching prospects and stuff. I mean, like,
And again, I mean, that's something that like you can still build towards. I mean, there's going to be a draft every year, whatever. You can replenish. If you draft well, you can, replenish your farm system and then, obviously use them as trade pieces, bring them up, whatever. But like, I don't know, dude. People who are complaining about what the Mets gave up, like I said before, it's just like you're in a win now position. Like you have to do whatever you can, which this is the trade deadline. Like you're going to overpay. Like there's, people competing for bullpen arms. I mean, with the Phillies making moves and stuff, like you can't be sitting around. So,
yeah.
By the way, Josh B said that Toronto going for Mason Miller.
Yeah, no, I mentioned that.
Okay.
No, I'm saying so you weren't listening to me. So you're saying okay, like your type, but you weren't
Like just now?
I don't know, a couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
That's what started the Mason Miller conversation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you're acting type, but it's like, no, listen to me, Tony.
Dude, you're not listening to me, man.
So yeah, I feel like I literally maybe, within the last 2 hours in the TCA chat or what JD's or whatever was saying that I think they're gonna get like Bednar, but now I'm thinking that it's gonna be like Jake Bird, Chad Green, and like I don't know, Charlie Morton. Like I honestly couldn't know, but right? I mean, couldn't you see that happening? Because that's the type of stuff.
I don't think Charlie Morton's happening.
I mean,
I don't know.
the only thing I would say though is
Because what value? Like, I feel like the Orioles have to give a prospect. I think the Orioles would have to do like the Scherzer
or eat the whole
Verlander.
salary.
Yeah, like
and then
they
we
have
give
to
up nobody.
do something.
Yeah,
to justify another.
I don't
team
want him. I'm
taking
just
that.
taking this.
I don't think anyone trades for Charlie Morton.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably not unless, like I said, that the salary's all eaten. But Bird and Green seem like guys that they would go after. Bednar would be nice. I guess there's some controversy about his splits in high leverage situations. But we'll see. And it used to be a 3 Eastern trade deadline, but they've moved it back to 6, right?
6 o'clock. Yeah, right?
Yeah. So it gives more teams more times to deal. But like, what do both of you guys think? Because a lot of like, fellow Yankee fans, and listen, I mean, I want to make, good acquisitions here. But kind of what you were speaking to, Danny, about Cashman not wanting to overpay, valuing the prospects. I mean, like, do you think that, like, as it stands right now and just what, we're kind of hearing that, like, he's doing a bad job at this trade deadline? I mean, obviously McMahon's looked good, but just there's a lot of relievers off the board. So does that concern you?
I'm not concerned that I think he's done a good job in getting value, like getting guys that do fix holes for nothing. I am kind of concerned that it feels like it's not an all or nothing. It's not like the Mets where it's like we're in win now mode. Like we have to make sure that we're getting guys, and they're seeing what the Phillies do and they're like reacting. So like them and the Phillies are bouncing off of each other. Whereas the Yankees, it's like we've placed 2 bandages in Ahmed Rosario and Austin Slater, but where's like the actual help? Like where's the healing? We've placed a bandage over things. We haven't made a fix to the bullpen, which is just because guys have pitched too much. It's just Boone wants to pull starters earlier, so guys have pitched too much.
And what do you think of the argument that I'm sure he's making, in internal circles, where it's just like, I'm going to keep my top prospects, I'm going to get some relievers, and we've shown that we can turn guys around, and that should be good enough? I mean, what do you think about that type of logic?
I think it just has to be enough guys. It has to be enough consistent guys. Like, Mark Leiter was good to get, like, when they got Mark Leiter, it was good, and then they finally started using him better in the playoffs, and that was good. But the issue was he was the only guy they got, and then everyone was like, oh, Tim Hill. Like, Tim Hill was picked up in June. Tim Hill made his Yankee debut in the blowout game where Luis Gil got blown up by the Orioles in Yankee Stadium on, like, June 22nd or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Hill was on the team for a while. And so people say, oh, Tim Hill and Mark Leiter were the pitchers they added. Like, no, that wasn't really the case.
Yeah.
It's just not every pitcher is going to work out, and you need to be able to take that risk, but also be able to acquire enough guys so that if one guy isn't working, you can just have him relax for a bit.
Breaking news.
Oh, yeah, dude?
So, not officially done, but Jeff Passan reporting the Padres are acquiring closer Mason Miller and starter JP Sears from the A's.
Whoa, dude.
So, Padres going for it, but that means that Suarez becomes available now. So it'll be interesting to see, if a team like the Yankees, or other teams looking for bullpen help go after him. But that's big.
That sucks.
So that's a big move, for the Padres.
Is what?
This is going to be a terrible editing day. I'm going to be in the middle of editing a video, and a player's going to be traded.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely,
And I'm
dude.
going to have to restart.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. That's all right, I guess. Whatever.
And then also, I don't know how to even say who commented, but I don't know if it's spam, but he says, Yankees are done this year. Judge is going to be rushed back at bullpen on savable. Trade all the guys to win your deal to sign Kyle Tucker. I mean, I don't agree with any of that. Judge will be back, and you're not trading anybody away. And Kyle Tucker next year, we'll talk about Cashman, his frugalness, Stanton's contract, still LeMahieu on the books next year. Would make me think that that's not happening. And what me and Matt were talking about, I know it's easy to be prisoner of the moment because, he had some big hits last night. But I've changed on this. At first I was saying, nah, you don't want it to be one of those bad contracts. But the way that Cody Bellinger has been playing this year, I feel like it's like if he opts out, he doesn't opt out. I mean, we really need to extend him here.
So if he opts out and enters free agency, who do you think gets a higher average annual value between him and Kyle Tucker? Because Tucker will probably get more years, but who gets the higher
I think
AAV?
still Tucker.
Think so?
But, I mean, Bellinger probably better fielder, right?
Yeah, because you can play
More
Bellinger.
versatile.
Yeah, you can play him in any spot. Tucker,
Yeah.
you can only play in a corner, and he's primarily a right fielder.
Right. And I feel like, so the versatility, we have him playing well, and I just think the fact that it seems like he's a good clubhouse guy, wants to be here, I think those are things that you need to prioritize.
No, 100%. I fully agree that Belly is the guy because Belly is a guy that wants to be a New York Yankee. If you can get Kyle Tucker and Belly, great. If not, so as I feel much more comfortable having Belly, knowing that he can play in the big spot, seeing what he has done this year, how he is accustomed to Yankee Stadium, whereas Kyle Tucker, it's like, is he a good left fielder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to put Judge back in center.
Yeah.
And they're not going to teach Judge first base. As
No,
much as they should start in the offseason.
I'm fully on board with Bellinger. So, that'll be interesting. But he's been, I mean, that's probably, easily our best offseason move. And he didn't start out great. And a lot of people are saying, I don't know, he's been inconsistent. But it just seems like he's really found a home
Since
here with the
420.
Yankees. Yeah. What do you know? What do you know,
dude?
And also, Passon says here, the A's are receiving shortstop Leodalis De Verais, the third overall prospect in baseball, along with 3 pitchers from San Diego for Miller and Sears. So big trade there. You're really like you're so nervous about this for the Mets, Tony?
Yeah, of course, dude.
But
right?
But isn't there something that I would say, like the Padres obviously have good pitching, and I think it has to do clubhouse and then just their offense. Like they have so much talent. They're an amazing team. They could win the World Series.
Yeah, they could.
But don't you feel like, I know you could say this about a lot of teams, but they are inconsistent, and I feel like sometimes, like offensively, like they evaporate, and I think a lot of that has to do with that they don't have consistent home run power.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's the reason why they, like you said, they're a team on paper you think would be making the World Series. They haven't yet.
Yeah.
And that's because of, maybe like we were saying yesterday, how leadership roles. Like,
Schilt, maybe not as tight ship as we thought.
how many years has he been there now? 4?
Got to be.
So I don't know, man, but it just, I don't know. Obviously, maybe I'm just like, Padres just swept the Mets. Mets struck out, I think it was like 28 times, 33 times. 33 times they struck out this past series. So like you said, the pitching is great, which is why they're, shutting out the Mets, why they're winning games 2-1, stuff like that. And also, like, not for nothing, though, like, I don't know, I feel like that, yes, they haven't won anything, but if they're on at the same time, it's Machado is heating up this series. Urias is on like a 17-game hit streak.
If Tatis plays
is on
the way
it,
he's
dude.
capable of.
And then you have Cronenworth, you have Merrill, you have these supporting players.
Yeah.
And you have already one of the best bullpens in the league.
And then you got Mason
Miller. And then now you have Mason Miller on top of it, dude.
And Michael King coming back eventually.
So, and not to mention, like Yu Darvish's, 5th, 6th start was last night? And his first 5 starts were
Vintage
not great,
Yu
dude. But
Darvish.
last night he was looking
Yeah.
vintage Darvish. So like, yeah, dude, you're fucking worried about the Padres. I mean, the NL West in general, you're worried about. But the Padres right now are looking like, one of the teams that's going to be making a big push leading up to the postseason, possibly even winning that division, to be honest.
Yeah.
If the Dodgers are still kind of like getting knocked around a little bit. So I don't know, dude. It sucks. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I mean, that's a huge get for the Padres.
Yeah. But I think at least, Tony, you still have to feel pretty. 3 relievers, all guys that have been, I think, yeah, they definitely have. They've all been all-stars before.
Yes.
I mean, that's still, you could say that it almost equals it because you have 3 guys. And listen, Miller's better than Helsley, but Helsley's still pretty good. So,
Yeah.
you still did pretty well there.
No, we still did. I mean, I'm happy with what we did.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I would rather have Miller. I would rather have made this trade. I think Stearns has made great moves.
You would have given up Mauricio, definitely, in that deal.
Yeah, you would have had to.
Yeah.
But now, honestly, like it just seems like every move that the Mets made, other teams like the Phillies, the Padres have had answers.
Right.
So it's not like you're winning this deadline when it comes to the race in your division or even the race in the NL.
Right.
So obviously it's a lot of what we'll see what happens. But if I'm a Met fan, I'm still thinking like. I'm thinking I would love to have a center fielder. I mean, that's a lot of the talk. Taylor, last guy at the dugout yesterday, like he's feeling like he's going to be traded. Obviously he's going to be. You're batting 200. You're striking out how many times last night? You need to fix that center field role. But also it's like, well, isn't like Zach Allen and is Kelly still out there too, right? Yeah.
Merrill
so
Kelly,
it's like, you have some stars still out there. Like maybe you can work
Charlie
out a
Morton.
deal where you do. I don't know about Charlie Morton.
Nah, I'm just
But
kidding.
maybe you do get someone in your rotation who could even be used out of the bullpen, and then maybe get a center fielder, and then you feel a lot better. Maybe.
It's so
Mets
funny.
trade Brett Beatty for a reunion with Marcus Stroman.
No, absolutely not. No, thank you. Never gonna happen.
And it's funny, Kev's brother in JD's chat says, "Hey Barnes, call Cashman and ask him if he likes his job or he's leaving everybody for the next GM." So I think one of the things too, that's important here. Listen, all of us Yankee fans, we would love to be excited about getting Mason Miller or Duran right now. But if we end up doing what it seems like we're gonna do now, with Chad Green and Jake Bird, something like that, and then maybe Merrill Kelly, maybe not. But then we have all of our top guys. Those guys, barring them being traded for something spectacular in the offseason, are going to have to pan out and produce and be part of the team. So that's what you're choosing when you don't get these guys. So it remains to be seen there. 2-way tie at the top at Wyndham, by the way. Perez and Phillips leading at 5 under. Cam Young lurking. Haven't seen him at the top of the leaderboard in a while. He's 4 under through 15, tied for 3rd. So anything you wanted to mention? I know, shutout. What are you really mentioning yesterday? But with the Mets.
Yeah. I guess there really isn't much to talk about in terms, of the Mets loss, the 5-0 loss, dude. As I mentioned before, though, it's just like, for me, the offense was a big problem. Obviously getting shut out yesterday. You Darvish, great. What are you gonna do? But still, you can't get to somebody. You can't get to anybody, dude. You struck out, like I said, 33 times as a team. Alonso still in his slump. Lindor still kind of in his slump. Those are guys. Obviously, Soto out of the lineup yesterday. Alvarez gets hit with a foul ball, leaves the game, and I think the 5th inning. Took a foul ball off his mask, Brian. Finished out the inning, I believe.
Wait, who's this?
Alvarez. You're not listening
Alvarez.
to me,
No,
Brian.
I did because you said left in the 5th inning. I'm asking who's this? You
Yeah,
said
before that, I said his name. You weren't listening.
You kind of said like, and either way,
and
we're
even
tied.
Dan's not listening.
We're tied.
Dude. We're tied.
So-
We're tied.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, he took a foul ball off his helmet, side of the helmet. Finished the inning, kind of like honestly was looking like out of it. Not gonna lie, like the next pitch he took, he caught it fine, but he kind of like I think it was a strikeout pitch, and he kind of got up and like walked in the batter's way. It just didn't look like where he knew where he was. I looked it up. Haven't heard much after that, but that sucks if Alvarez is going to be going on the IL a little bit, even though Terren's fine, whatever. But still, you're worried right now about the way your offense is playing, especially, against a team, I guess like the Padres who are good. That's some of the best pitching you'll face, right? And you're, crumbling in front of it, I guess. And it's, it's that same shit. Like I literally, like you're, rising fastball out of the zone, you're swinging underneath it, and then you're chasing an off-speed pitch. and then you're in the hole, you know? Like, so it's, you know, it's kind of frustrating to see some of these at-bats. But I guess, I mean, you know, it just seemed like there wasn't, I don't know. Maybe it's deadline, maybe it's injuries, maybe it's a slump, but it just didn't seem like it was all right there for the Mets yesterday. It's tough that you got swept, whatever. Deadline, I guess, made it feel better than some of the moves you've had, but it just seemed like that they were, you know, already on the plane ride home, which, whatever, off today, reset. You're back against the Giants here, who you just played, did well against, run it back, bounce back, feel good. Obviously, you'll probably see, you know, more appearances from Soto. We'll see Rogers. So, you know, that probably jacks some people up. Hopefully, Soto's back by then. I would imagine he's going to be fine. So, we'll see what happens with Alvarez. And it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, Clay Holmes didn't even do a bad job, you know? Like, yeah, he gave up a few hits, but it wasn't like he was giving up walks left and right. You know, he gave you a serviceable start. You know, you should be able to be competitive and not get shut out against the Padres in that game, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny. I'm not even going to name any names, but just a couple of my friends, I mean, just being so dramatic about, like, other teams getting players, like what the Yankees are doing. It's just like, I mean, can we enjoy the win yesterday?
I mean, would you have liked to have seen Mason Miller on?
But I was just telling them,
right.
3rd overall prospect baseball. So guaranteed we would have had to give them Lombard. So
yeah.
Did everybody want to do that? I mean,
would you have?
I might have, honestly, but I feel like a lot of people would say no. Like, would you, Dan, if it was just straight up Lombard for Miller?
No. It's not going to be straight up.
No,
though.
because
well, even if it was, it's not going to be anybody.
The Yankees develop pitchers well.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like all these Padres pitchers, a majority of them are acquisitions. Like guys they either sign or have traded for. So they're not developing young guys. I mean, also that's AJ Preller always trading the farm at deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
But the Yankees, I trust the Yankees to bring up pitchers. I don't trust them to bring up fielders.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we almost need Lombard to get someone that is an upgrade at shortstop.
Well, and how do you feel? Because I know minor league numbers don't always tell the story, but you know his numbers really aren't great in Double-A. But we've seen like just the raw talent, the highlight plays. I think he just hit a home run yesterday. Like, do you feel like it's there? He's just young. He's gonna need more time. Like, are you confident that he's gonna be maybe what we wanted Volpe to be?
Yeah, I think he's just a 20-year-old kid that doesn't have enough weight on him to be hitting consistently at this next level. I think being around those guys, because a lot of the guys that he's with, he had as teammates in High A and Hudson Valley. So being with those guys, I think he's very comfortable. I think it's just about putting on weight and getting in the reps against these higher level pitchers. And then, I mean, it took Spencer Jones a bit, and he's like crushing balls now. So, I mean, I don't think they're the same player. I think George Lombard probably will be a little better just because Spencer Jones with the size, you're a little concerned about what could the injuries look like with him. He does have a high strikeout rate, but I think he should be a plus overall.
Yeah. I mean, he has a chance to be the best guy that we've brought up since Judge. Hopefully he does. And like I said, I just like that we've seen him do it against major league pitching before, and when he was 19 years old. So I think it's like we won't rush him. You know, he might need another year in the minors next year, but let's see what happens. But it'll be all right. I think that's the theme, even though a lot of my, like I said, fellow Yankee fans don't seem to think so. Also, they've been mentioning this possibility, but no, you first, Ernie.
No, I was gonna say like so then at this point, like you're happy with what Cashman has done.
Well, because
like,
I know he's gonna do more. He's not like he's gonna do something. There's
right.
no way it's just gonna be crickets. That's not happening.
But that's what I mean. But like you're happy that he's not giving up like a Lombard, like a big prospect to get a big name like a Mason Miller. Like you're content with that.
Not getting Mason Miller,
like not getting. Like, what if you get, I mean, obviously the big name closers, like, are kind of off the board, I guess, right? I mean, Iglesias maybe, right? Or if you want to try to throw in Class A.
I was just going to say, people are talking about now maybe potentially, we'll see if they actually do this, but like Cease and Suarez.
Oh, okay.
And Cashman's done deals with San Diego before, so That's on the table.
Cease would be interesting.
But yeah, I'm not into the whole crying wolf. Oh my God, the sky's falling. Like, yeah, I would have liked some of these guys, but let's just see where we are at the deadline. And even if, it's some reclamation projects, like stuff still happens. I was just telling them in the chat. It's like the teams that win free agency, win trade deadlines. It's not like that's your automatic ticket and you just win the World Series. It's not how it works. So
you're right.
Even if other teams have better deadlines, we can still play our way to where we need to be. It doesn't mean that it's likely. It doesn't mean that we're the favorites, but it can still happen, and that's what makes baseball so great at the end of the day.
Couldn't have said it any better than that, dude.
Yeah. So just as long as everybody's on the same page, right, Tony?
That's right, dude.
And listening.
Yeah, which I am.
Oh, man. But let's do the frenzy. Come on.
Come on.
I mean, the three-game frenzy, everybody, we're doing both. We're doing all the games together, and whoever does better wins. This is the last day of the picks, so then we're set tomorrow. So
this is the last day of the picks.
Yes, and you already won. Congratulations. But let's do the frenzy. Was it my turn? No, it's your turn. It is your turn. But it doesn't matter. We're doing all the games, but you can start. Go ahead.
Go ahead, dude. All right, dude, let's go. MLB picks. Doesn't really matter, but we're doing it anyway. You know the deal. Hirsch Law Firm, dude. And we're going to get things started here. 3 games. Not a lot to look forward to, but obviously deadline looming. And we're taking these games same time, same guy, same us. Doesn't matter. So let's take them in order. So we're starting 1:05 p.m. Early start here. Getaway game, as Brian said, for the Rays. That is the Bronx. We are here, Yankees, Rays. How do you say this guy? P-Puo? It's P-Puo, right?
Yeah, Ryan
Pepio.
Or Pepio. Yes.
Pepio.
There we go. Thank you, Dan.
What a dumbass name, dude. Almost as dumb as Marcus Stroman.
Oh, boy. He's getting, it's
dude.
not fair that the Mets aren't playing, so I can't pick against him. But
first of all, I guess I didn't tell you to get Marcus Stroman. Okay?
You're going to say he's going to get hammered. The Rays win. Let me guess. You're going to say like 6-2. Bats are quiet. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
I mean, listen, I'm sure that
Slater 0 for 4.
Maybe like you get a late run. Probably going to be a little too late, though, because Marcus Stroman, unfortunately, is going like 4 innings, 7 earned runs, okay? That's right, dude. 7, Dan. All right? Mark it down there. Not good. The off speeds, the contact. He sucks. Bad guy. Maybe even be bashing a Yankees organization efforts. That's what that guy does, okay? When he doesn't do well, he points the finger. Well, you know what, Marcus? When you got one finger pointed at someone else, you got 4 more pointed back at you. The Yankees, unfortunately, dropped this one. Give me Rays 7, Yankees 5. Rays in the over.
All right. So now let's get for the accurate prediction here at Yankee Stadium. Going for the series win. Listen, Stroman had put together some good starts. Wasn't good last time. I think this will be kind of a mixed bag. He'll need his offense supporting him, which I think he'll get. So I think he'll give us 5 innings, 3-run ball. But I think the Yankee offense early, often. Stanton, obviously I didn't like that strikeout late in yesterday's game. I think he comes back with a vengeance. And we're going to say first inning grand slam to give the Yankees a 4-0 lead. Obviously, Stroman will end up giving 3, but they tack some more on. Ryan McMahon with his first Yankee home run. And I think the Yankees win a tight one, 6-4. Yankees and the over.
Yankees and the over, dude. Next game, I was mentioning Marcus Stroman, dumb name. Also dumb name, Cookie Carrasco. He'll be pitching for the Braves. Okay, dude, making his debut with Atlanta here. Reds host the Braves to open up this 3-game series here in Cincinnati. Andrew Abbott pitching there, 8-1, 2.09 ERA. Bright spot here in the rotation of the Reds. And the Braves, we also know, they've had some struggling stints, I guess, in terms of offense. Atlanta does lead the regular season series 3-1 here, outscoring the Reds quite often, actually. Shutting them out in game 1, I guess, 4-0. But you know what? I see the Braves get shut out here tonight. Cincinnati scores 3. Ellie, 19th homer of the season. It's a 2-run homer, and I think it's his 20th, actually. Solo shot. 3-0 Reds, and the under, Brian.
All right. As I'm just making sure I don't see any news. This was already reported or rumored anyway, but he'll officially making that debut on Sunday.
That's nice.
For this game listen, I mean, unless I had a bet on it, would I watch it? Probably not. But give me the Reds. The Braves, I don't know. I think they should maybe make some more moves. They haven't really done anything other than get Carrasco. Ozuna should be a guy that be dealt. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, I would say give me the Reds winning this one 4-1. Reds in the under. Ellie inside the park home run.
Wow, dude. Reds in the under, so we're going...
Prop bet for Yerny.
Yerny, dude. All right, so third and final game here. Brian, it seems like that there's just like former Met organization players just pitching left and right here tonight. We're going to Seattle, dude. T-Mobile, George Kirby, Kumar Rocker of the Texas Rangers here. Rocker, I don't know, 4-4, 5.73. I haven't been really dialed into his starts, but I'm pretty sure the last one I looked at, it was pretty solid. Maybe he's coming into form now. I don't know. George Kirby, though, 4.5 ERA here, 5-5 on the season. Seattle, Suarez, acquisition, pretty hyped up. Rangers, I say Mariners bounce back. They're in a 2-game losing streak right now. Lost back-to-back games against the A's. So I say Kirby, quality start, maybe 6 innings, 3 earned runs. Who else but Cal Raleigh, dude? Walk-off, 2-run homer. Seattle wins this one. I'll say 5-3, Seattle in the over.
And so I think just to kind of prove my point here, all the hype, Seattle, Suarez, oh my God, everyone else is screwed. John Pollock. Give me the Rangers here. They've been playing a lot better baseball. They're looking to get into the playoffs. And Kumar Rocker, the former Met, not to be. And listen, his performance hasn't been great this year, but I think he gets it done. I think 6 innings, 3 earned runs, helped out by his offense. Odolis Garcia, who was great a couple of years ago, hasn't been that player in a little bit.
No.
Turns back the clock, a 2-home run game as the Rangers defeat the Mariners here. Let's say by the final of 7-4, Rangers over, just like that. 6-pack MLB pick segment. Hirsch Law Firm. I also see Buster only mentioning a slew of teams interested in Padres' current closer. Obviously, Miller's going to take over that job. Robert Suarez, $10 million this year. He's owed about $3.3 for the rest of the season. $8 million player options for 26 and 27, which he may reject given his performances. Tigers, Mariners, Cubs, Yankees, Astros among the teams that have asked around for bullpen help. So that was from Buster only. And then also, I don't know, some report. Yeah, everyone's just going nuts on the Yankees right now. They traded every member of their farm system except for Aaron Judge. Over the last 15 years, it would have been okay. Joel Sherman. But also, I guess, and this is like a no shit, but I think John Morosi tweeting that the problem is the Yankees want a high leverage reliever, but do not want to give up Rice, Jones, Lombard, Dominguez, or Schlittler. And that is the quote-unquote conundrum that they're in. So we'll have to see what happens. Ernie kind of joking around here saying fade the Mets, Tony. But yeah, I mean, it is funny. But
why is that funny?
But yeah, I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying that some of the things people are saying, I sound normal. That must just be my cord.
You sound normal to me, yeah.
Okay. But, not some of the things people are saying. They do have points. But I just think let it breathe. Let's see what we get at the deadline. And like I said, even if it is reclamation, you still have a chance. So it's like,
breathe.
If you don't want to be a fan of baseball, you don't want to watch games, you don't want to go to games, then don't. No one's making you. But regardless of what the Yankees do, I'm going to be locked in. I had a great time last night. I'm not going to let Mason Miller going to the Padres ruin that, Tony, okay?
Okay.
Just want to make sure. But I know you agree with me, so I don't even know.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, like I was saying before, it's like, I am stoked that the moves that the Mets made. Like, This is sick, dude. I haven't seen like a deadline like that for the Mets where they acquired like exactly what they needed before even the deadline. It was great and not giving up too much, in my opinion. So it's like, yes, like the Padres are going to be a powerhouse. Yes, the Phillies got better this deadline, but so did you. And I don't know. It makes for better baseball. Like I'm still like you, excited. I'll go to the games, root for the team, but I'm not going to be like I'm looking at the Padres as a target. Like, you got to fucking beat them now.
But
you have to fucking beat them. Exactly.
You have it in that you can.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, let's go. Let's get the grid up, and yeah,
Let's get the grid up, dude. Enough of this Mason Miller talk, dude. The guy's not even that good.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
He actually isn't his ERA like 3.7 this year.
Yeah, I don't think he's been as locked down as he was last year.
Yeah. So be careful.
Well, dude. Speaking of being careful here, tread lightly here.
What do you mean? Oh, just in terms of kind of a weird grid.
Yeah, kind of weird.
A little weird.
Detroit, Texas, we can go. What I think was my first ever player suggested for the grid, Ian Hamilton.
Wait.
No, not Ian Hamilton. Josh Hamilton.
I don't remember him on Detroit.
He was. Is that?
He was
or
on
is
the
it
Reds.
Whoever.
The
I
Angels.
think I'm missing the name. It's the Prince Fielder trade. Ian Kinsler.
Ian
That's what it
is.
Kinsler
That's
could
what
be
it is.
high though, or no?
He was low last time. I mean, there's
All right, no, do it.
Ian
do it.
Kinsler, Prince
Let's do it.
Fielder, Max Scherzer.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter. Let's just go Kinsler. You guys are hyped about it.
11%. All right.
Ruin the
whatever.
grid, dude. Might as well I'm kidding.
That was actually a good one, Tony. No, I mean, come on, it was though.
No, that was. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I tried.
Thank you very much,
I tried.
dude.
All right, here. So St. Louis Tigers. There was someone I was thinking, but I'm trying to think. I guess who I was thinking.
Who were
Okay.
you thinking?
I don't know. Damn it! This is kind of one of those where you look at it for a second.
I know we can do Diekman for Rangers Rays.
Do that.
Jake Diekman.
Do that.
That's always a good fan
Yep.
favorite, dude. Former Met. Former Brave, dude.
Yeah.
The Diekman.
0.8.
0.8. There we go, dude. St. Louis, Tampa Bay. I can give you Michael Wacha.
I would say go with that. Yep. That's always a favorite of mine.
Favorite of a lot of people, dude.
Yeah. 3%.
Yeah, I wonder what the Royals are. What are the Royals doing, dude?
The Pirates. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, maybe just trying to hang in there because that's where
Tampa Bay Pirates, G-Man Choi.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I love
Yankee
that.
legend.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick, actually. I love G-Man.
It's yeah, and then
Hyphen, maybe?
no.
No, just Jiman.
Oh, really? Okay,
Oh, there you go. Actually, I didn't know it was spelled like that. 5%.
5%.
Okay.
We can probably do Marte. You think Marte would be too
Oh.
high for Pirates 300 average?
Go with it. And I was gonna say Tigers, Cardinals, Jack Flaherty.
0.9. Oh,
There you go.
shit, dude. Oh, I'm sorry.
Tigers,
Pirates.
Cards.
Tigers cards. Oh, Jack Flaherty. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Is that too high? Probably
We'll
not.
see. And
Hmm.
we
I
already.
didn't ruin it.
You didn't ruin it. Wow, dude.
Well, we can still get some low ones. So everyone relax.
We'll be fine, dude. Tigers, Pirates. That's fucking tough.
That is tough.
Josh Bell, was he ever in the Tigers?
Not that I remember.
Can we get a Rich Hill? Rich Hill was in the Pirates.
I don't know if he was on the Tigers. See, if I feel like he was on the Tigers.
I
but
feel
I'm
like he was in the
not
Tigers
sure.
too. We just fucking looked him up too. Like, oh wow, we should use Rich Hill. That's a good guy to know.
I know.
Brad Hand, I think, was on the Pirates too.
Brad Hand on the Pirates?
No, I don't know about Tigers though. How about St. Louis? St. Louis 300.
I have an
average.
idea.
Keith Hernandez.
I was gonna say because everyone's just thinking about the home runs. Mark McGuire. How about
Okay.
that. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
What?
No, I was making sure it was a K. So I'm not to see.
1%.
How about that? Because you know what I
dude.
mean. The power guy.
That's
You're
a
not thinking
good
of the
one.
average.
That's a good one, dude. Texas.
Palmeiro?
Paul Merrill.
No, no. Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh, Paul. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I can
okay.
see how you think I'm saying
I was like,
Palmeiro.
Raphael,
I'm sure in your
yeah.
head you're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I was like Paul Merrill, 7%.
All right,
dude.
so this Tigers, Detroit. Ivan Nova, right? He pitched for Detroit.
You got nothing from me, dude. It sounds about right. Nova Kane.
It's just gonna be so annoying if it's wrong, but I'm like pretty sure. But maybe hold on a second. Let me just think about this. Is there any other option? That's what we really have to think about.
I haven't looked at the comments in a little while. We have 3 of them, and they're all Ian Kinsler. Jay Bird says football is back. He's pretty hyped about it. I am too, Jay.
Nova, go with it.
We definitely should do some maybe Sundays in Asbury, dude. That'd be sick,
Yeah,
dude.
I'd love to do that.
Golf, football.
There we go. A little
Let's
recovery
go,
there.
dude. Maybe
50.
later.
I mean, a good rally.
Brunch, dude. Oh no, dude. Listen, the fact that we even just fucking get it correct, like I'm happy.
I mean,
with
I think that
you
we're
know,
under
dude?
100 after getting a 20, right?
Like, are you kidding?
31. Now, how about that? 31 on 2 guys, but the rest is a 19.
Like, let's freaking go, dude.
So, I mean, I think overall, I think we deserve somewhat of a pat on the back.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. Pat yourself, dude. Pat Ivan Nova, dude.
Pat Brian Cashman, dude.
His nickname, by the way, was Supernova. I guess they could have used Nova Kane, but they say Supernova. It's fine, dude. 6'5", big guy. Wow, pitched a while. Okay, for the Yankees. Then Pittsburgh, then Chicago, then Detroit. Led the league in games started in 2019. Also led the league in hits, though.
There you go. And let's see. So
What else you got, dude?
No, you know what I was really gonna say is because I'm just thinking more and more about everybody, which I get.
Bobby
just
V,
like
what?
blowing up? No, I said everybody.
Oh.
Getting blowing up about other teams making moves, not the Yankees. What would you guys say the percent chance that the C. Suarez deal would get done? You think that's like an under 1% for the Yankees or no?
I really don't know because, like, Suarez would drive up the price of that deal because you have a chance of having control. But if Suarez doesn't opt in and Cease is a free agent, I feel like they're true rentals. So, like, I don't think you're getting a price tag. I don't think they deserve a price tag that maybe Preller wants.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But I just have a feeling, maybe not. I guess if I had to guess, like I know, like I said, I'll be fine regardless of what they do. But I'm expecting at this time tomorrow the outrage from the Yankee fans. But I guess we'll see. My fellow Yankee fans. But I think either way, it's a long season. There's talent on this team. So if it's not anybody that jumps off the page, we got to go with what we have and go full steam ahead. So let's go.
Full steam onward and upward.
Yeah. So really, I mean, other than that, right? I don't think any other reports or anything coming up.
I don't think so, dude. I'm trying to see MLB, trade deadline tracker, what's going on, dude. ESPN just honestly kind of sucks with their stuff, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
It seems like
I don't see anything else on Twitter right now.
The Padres interested in Stephen Kwan.
Who isn't interested in Kwan, dude? But I mean, I guarantee you, like around like noon 30, like in an hour, there'll be way more deals, dude. Maybe even after lunch.
Astros, Cubs, Yankees, Red Sox amongst teams in on Alcantara, according to John Heyman. Value up.
Wow.
So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe Cashman surprises us. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, like I said, gonna be interesting. We'll cover all the moves tomorrow. But definitely a great show today. Kind of flew by. I think that Disney talk kind of made the time go by quick. No.
I guess so. I feel like the Disney talk really slowed it down, you know?
No, but I'm saying it's crazy that the show's over. I'm saying it just.
No, yeah, it is crazy,
like
dude.
it was,
why you want to like just go full like 24-hour trade deadline coverage right now, dude? Order the pizzas. Let's go, dude.
Oh man.
Because that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be sick. But tomorrow will be sick too, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a great show, man. Like, the morning after.
Yeah, the morning after. So let's go. Thank you for everybody for tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay, and costume merch, DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go,
and we will see you.
Let's go Yankees.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.